Quick! Name a spicy Italian pasta dish. I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of you immediately thought of penne all'arrabbiata, or just arrabbiata sauce. There is totally good reason for that. Penne all'arrabbiata, which literally means angry penne, is a classic spicy pasta dish, of which frankly there aren't very many in Italy. So when there's a famous spicy dish like that, it really kind of stands out. As a result, a lot of people over the years have asked us for a penne all'arrabbiata recipe, and today Eva is going to share hers with you. However, Eva is also from Calabria, the home of spicy Italian food, which is why, frankly, we don't eat penne all'arrabbiata very often, even when we want a spicy pasta dish, because there's another pasta dish that happens to be, in our opinion, a little bit more special. Okay, we'll get to that all in a little bit, but first, here is how to make penne all'arrabbiata.
The arrabbiata sauce at the end is a very simple tomato sauce, and it's a basic tomato sauce, which means that you need garlic, olive oil, salt, tomatoes. For tomatoes you can choose between whole peel tomatoes, tomato puree, cherry tomatoes, fresh tomatoes. Important is that they are good and ripe. And the last ingredient that we need to add is a chili pepper, otherwise our arrabbiata it can't be hungry. There isn't a precise amount of how much chili pepper you need to use. It depends how hungry you want your pasta. If you want it very hungry, now use a lot of chili pepper. If you want it a little bit less hungry, use less chili pepper. When I'm in Italy, I use the Calabrian chili pepper, fresh Calabrian chili pepper. But here it's very difficult to find it, so I'm going to use this is that it's from Thailand, and I'm sure that is enough angry to make my pasta arrabbiata. It's a pasta that doesn't require a lot of preparation. While the water is boiling, you can pour some olive oil in a pan, then you need to add a clove of garlic. I like always to take out of the garlic what we call in Italy the soul, because this is what makes the garlic taste too much garlicky. And even if all the rest of the world thinks that we eat garlic like I don't know whom, actually is not real. And then the chili peppers. I like to cut the chili peppers. We are just heating the oil with the chili pepper and the garlic a little bit, and when you start to drizzle, drizzle, is the moment in which we can add our whole peeled tomatoes. I'm just crashing them so they will cook very fast, because as I said before, this is not a sauce that requires a lot of time, just the time for the pasta to be ready. And of course we need to salt it a little bit. It's like you need to put some salt. The most classical pasta to use for your arrabbiata sauce is penne rigate. If it happens that you don't have penne rigate, you can use rigatoni, you can use mezze maniche, you can use penne lisce, you can use every pasta you like. Important is that it's a short pasta, because with this kind of tomato sauce, the short pasta works better. While the pasta is cooking, I'm keeping the sauce simmering on a medium-low heat. The best way to understand if your sauce is coming out in the right way is actually to taste. Mine is not angry enough to my taste, which means that I need a little bit more spicy pepper. When the pasta is getting close to be ready, remove the garlic, otherwise you end up eating it, and it's not really good. The pasta right now is quite al dente, but I'm keeping cooking it with the sauce, adding a little bit of pasta water, and until actually is cooked to my taste. And usually penne all'arrabbiata is topped with a little bit of fresh parsley.
How angry is this? On a scale of 1 to 10.
I hope that is angry 10, also 11, because I like my pasta very angry.
Okay, let's dig in.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito. Oh yeah, you made that nice and angry. It's really delicious though. And it is a great way to, if you're bored with a normal tomato sauce or you want to literally spice up a tomato sauce, because that's essentially all it is.
It's just tomatoes and spicy pepper.
Very simple but good dish. Definitely deserves the love that it gets. However, there is another spicy pasta dish, which is actually kind of rare in Italy.
It's rare because it's just from one region.
And that region, of course, is Calabria. Now this pasta dish happens to be my favorite pasta dish of all time. And we have never been able to share it before until now because the main ingredient was not available here in the United States. But if you saw a recent video of ours, you might know that it suddenly is. That ingredient is Nduja.
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 It's hard to pronounce. I'll keep the recap brief. You can go watch this video up here if you want to learn all about Nduja and what it is and what the situation is with it. But basically, it's a Calabrian spreadable pork salami that's spicy. It is amazing. But Calabrian imported Nduja into the United States is banned. And while there have been several attempts at making it domestically, all of them have been either really bad or really expensive until now. And that's thanks to a company called Nduja USA. And what happened was a team from Calabria, a Nduja making team, went to Seattle and trained this team here in America on how to make it the right way. And now it's available here. We have no affiliation with them. We're not sponsored by them, but we love what they're doing. And finally it's available for everyone here. And that means we get to share Nduja recipes.
A lot of them, but we start with the pasta.
This is pasta with Nduja. However, this dish is not an EVA specialty. Oh no, this dish is a Papa Turi specialty. When we eat this in Calabria, only one person makes it, and that's Eva's dad, which is why yesterday we gave him a call to get his recipe.
Papà!
Ah,
Ciao!
ciao.
Papà, ascolta, a me mi serve lo saccio come la tua pasta con Nduja.
Ma per caso sta registrando?
No, mamma, che stai registrando?
No, perché tu sei abituata.
Allora, è semplicissima, Eva.
Look at me standing here. Yes, that's right, I'm gonna talk about the pasta. Now the choice of pasta when it comes to Nduja pasta is very important. The pasta you want is this. This is Calabrian pasta. It's called Fileja. It's a very thick, chewy pasta, my favorite pasta shape. And trust me, it's worth seeking out. I will put a link down below to a place where you can get it, but if you're searching for it yourself, try searching for Fileja. Fileja with a J is like the Calabrian dialect, but if you search it, anyway, you'll find more results.
Vabbè, se non hai macarrona, che tanto ca macarrona non è ca, o mi alzo o non se ne trovano.
E perché fai tu?
You can make it yourself, which is what I'm going to do now. It's much more fun. And to start, all you will need is some semolina pasta dough, which I have here. Now, if you would like to learn all about how to make semolina pasta at home, you can check out this video up here, or even better, you can purchase our new cookbook, The Italian Family Kitchen, which has a beautiful guide on how to make fresh pasta at home. Everything from semolina pasta to gnocchi. I mean, you can watch the video, which is free. But with this, you get 100 beautiful, amazing recipes. Now, full disclosure here, this is not the easiest pasta to make. It took me 3 years before I could make one piece successfully. So don't feel discouraged if you don't get it right away. Some people get it immediately, and other people like me, it takes forever. I'm gonna cut a piece off, maybe about like that. Doesn't matter too much. The rest I'm gonna leave wrapped up in plastic because I don't want it to dry out. It's also worth mentioning this is a pasta that is very tricky because it depends a lot on how sticky the dough is, the humidity in the air. Make sure you turn off your air conditioning, which I already did. That will absolutely ruin your pasta if you have a fan blowing on you. And what I'm gonna do is roll it out. It really helps if you have a cutting board like this that has a little shelf so you can push against it and roll. So I just roll it out into a snake, something like that. I don't know, it's about finger width. I'm gonna cut little pieces like this. Almost looks like I'm making gnocchi, doesn't it? In Calabria, when you make this pasta, you use a very, very thin reed. The best thing that we've found that's widely available here is a simple little bamboo shish kebab skewer, which is frankly too thick. So you have to adjust your method a little bit. So I'll show you what I find works best with this. So when I'm using something thicker like this, I find it's best to take the piece and roll it a little bit thinner. Something like that, maybe. And then what I'm gonna do is wrap it around the stick, and then gently, I'm gonna roll it out and sort of spread my hands out and spread the pasta out. Like that. And then you just pull it off and you have your beautiful piece of pasta. The biggest problem that you're gonna have if you try doing this is that as you roll the pasta, you're gonna press down way too hard and you're gonna mash the pasta on, and then when you try to pull it off, it's going to be just completely stuck to this stick. So my biggest tip is, with your hands when you're rolling, plant your palms on the cutting board and slide them on the cutting board. That way, you can rest your fingers on the pasta instead of like this pushing down on the pasta. You're pushing down on your palms, and you can apply very gentle, even pressure. And remember, roll your hands out. You kind of start like this and you roll out. So let's try another one here, shall we? You can also start the pasta rolling it in your hand. Wrap it around the stick. I'm planting my palms. I'm just barely touching the pasta. Spreading my hands out, and we have some fileja. How am I doing, Ava?
I'm impressed.
Now, when you have the finished pieces of pasta here, drape them on a basket like this with a dish towel. Keep them separated, don't let them touch, otherwise they'll stick. Now I gotta make a bunch of pasta.
Good luck.
Boom! A beautiful basket of fileja pasta.
Metti in una padella, una goccia poco olio. Va bene?
Sì.
Poco olio.
Strange for your dad to recommend only using a little bit of olive oil.
Yes, Harper, because the Nduja is full of fat.
Io di solito ci metto pure uno specchio d'aglio e poi un cacio. Poi ci metto un pomodoro.
Pomodoro pelato, no?
Pelati o pomodoro di cose, eccetera, pure da bottiglia, quello che vuoi. Mo si cucina.
If you use the dried one, it will take at least 15 minutes to be ready. If you do the fresh one, keep in mind that it will be around 7 or 10 minutes. It depends how thick your pasta will be. Bravo Harper, you did wonderful macarona.
I had good teachers.
Dopo che metti le regole che è buono su, ci metti
Nduja.
Nduja. E fai un si squaglia e dentro su.
I never thought this day would come that we would be making pasta with Nduja here.
Actually, we are doing it.
Il pranzo è servito.
My dad didn't mention it because for him it's obvious, but usually we top our pasta with Nduja always with some good pecorino cheese.
Yes!
See, Harper, finally we have a pasta Nduja in front of us. More in front of you, because I know how much you love it.
Every time we have, like when we were just in Italy, we had, you know, people come and visit for the first time. My uncle came, and always it's like, what should we make for them? Pasta with Nduja.
And I have this smell that is the smell of home right now.
Yeah.
And for me, it's really strange.
I know, it is very weird. As soon as you melted the Nduja in, that smell, I was just like weirdly transported back to your family's kitchen.
Because until now, that was the only place.
Yeah.
But right now,
Yep.
finally.
Okay, I can't wait any longer.
And by the way, I need always also to point out how amazing your macaroon are.
Thank you.
So your teachers should be very proud of you.
Yeah, my teachers were not just Eva, but also the Spice Girls, who are a group of women in Dasa who cook with us and help with the week in Dasa. And people come even when we're not there and learn how to make this pasta from the Spice Girls. So if you ever want to visit Dasa and learn from them, check out visitdasa.com. Buon appetito. Nothing against penne all'arrabbiata, but boy, you want a spicy tomato sauce? This is the one.
Here, Harper, there is the pork. That makes everything better.
Of course. I can't believe I'm eating this now. This is truly a dream come true.
Now, the idea of this pasta is the same of arrabbiata.
It actually really is. The only difference is that instead of adding chili pepper, you add Nduja.
So, it's a very quick pasta to make. It's very easy. It's delicious. Now you can make it.
Now that we have Nduja, let us know if you guys would like to see more Nduja recipes. There are a whole bunch of them.
Also because Nduja can be used from the antipasto to the dessert. So we can do a lot with it.
I guess I should wrap this up before I just sit and eat this whole plate of pasta. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we really hope you try this dish. The recipe will be down in the video description below. Speaking of favorite pasta dishes, here we have my favorite pasta dish, but Eva's favorite pasta dish is pasta with chickpeas, which this pasta Grammarian made, and it looks excellent.
Not every pasta with chickpeas. Candele.
Specifically
Broken
candele with chickpeas.
And it looks amazing. So if you make it again, invite me please, because I will come.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Ciao. Now, have you ever tried pasta with chickpeas and Nduja?
You can do that?